Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going over the payouts of the last 30 calendar days from TopStep to Lucid and Tradeify. So this is my TopStep portal. Let's go to the first payout from Lucid on the 27th of February. So it is currently the 26th of March. So it's been about a month. And the total is around 40k. It might be a little bit above 40k, but yeah, 5.187 from Lucid for the first payout. So the way I set these up is I have 5 50k accounts per firm, per prop firm. So 5 TopStep, 5 Lucid, 5 Tradeify, 5 MFF, 20 Apex, right? But in the last month, these are the accounts that I've taken payouts on. So Lucid, I've taken out the first payout on the 26th of last month, right? Which is exactly a month of 5k. And then we had a TopStep. If I can open this, oh, that might be the wrong one. Payout request received, 5 TopStep accounts, 1.4k each. 1.4k, as you can see, they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Another 6k there, maybe 7. I'm not sure what that totals up to. And then let's go back. Let's do Rise. This is Rise from Tradeify. Tradeify on the March 5th. So those last 2 payouts were around the same exact time, around 26th, 27th that I had taken them. This was March 5th, so this is this month now on Tradeify. Tradeify uses Rise. Yeah. And then we will go into the next Lucid. So amount approved. So this is them taking 1.3k out of each account. Amount approved. As you see again, 2 more, 1.2k, 1.2k. So yeah, that is the next payout. The one after that, again, TopStep 1.4, the exact same. 1.4 again. After I get through all these accounts and showing you as well, I will go through the process of actually how I do take the accounts from 0 to payout, where I like to keep a buffer. So yeah, that is TopStep. And then coming into this week again, we have TopStep again, 1.3, 1.3. You get the point, but they're all the same, right? And then Lucid, another 5.6 from Lucid. That totals up to 40k in the last month, just off payouts, not off account balances and account buffers, because it would be a lot more if I was to show that, especially with my Apex accounts as well, which I have been building a buffer. But strictly just from payouts from these prop firms, it's over 40k within the last 30 days. The last one was on the 23rd. It is the 26th right now. So let's get into the dashboards. Here's the dashboards. I will refresh. So yeah, finalized. This is after split, after the payout splits. And then this is my first calendar month also using Lucid. And as you can see, they've all been paid. Lucid will pay you through Work Market, which is sort of like Rise or Deal, if anybody remembers Deal. And then TopStep will just hit my Wise account straight away, or you could use bank transfer on TopStep, but I like to use Wise. So yeah, that is my payouts over the last 30 days, over the last month. And now I'm going to go over the process on how I was able to build those accounts and actually get consistent payouts every single week almost, resulting in over 40k in payouts. So let's say I start off with 50k accounts, 5 per firm, which I have. But let's just say you have one firm, right? So this is top step. My risk initially will be 200 to 400 USD per account, per trade. So if I take one trade a day or one trade every 2 days, right? This is the risk parameters that I'm looking at. I am also de-risked on Mondays and Fridays, which will see the lower side of that risk just on those days, the beginning of the week and the end of the week as well, right? Because in my trading, the middle of the week is the best of the week, where we do see a dramatic push in the market to one direction, or it could be both directions now that the war in Iran is, but anyway. So my risk will be 200 to 400, 5 accounts, and I will reach the balance of 2.4K to 3K. Now that might take you a while. It might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 3 weeks, whatever, right? Everybody has their own journey, right? I will look to take my first payout once I reach anywhere between this. It can be 3K, it can be above 3K, but minimum at least is 2.4K, right? I will take my payout number 1, and the accounts will drop down to 1.2K or 1.5K, right? So that will be my initial buffer. And then after my first payout, I will de-risk completely to 50% of what I was risking before, 100 to 200, right? Because you've made a good chunk of money from this payout, and well, you don't want to see your balance here at 1.2K to 1.5K and think, man, I got to get back to 3K, right? So I will literally cut that out by risking a very small amount, trying to get to payout number 2. So after a while, I will reach another 2.3K to 2.8K, which is less than the 3K that I started with in the beginning, just because I'd rather see the money in my bank account instead of seeing it on a Top Step dashboard, sitting there, right? 5 accounts, 2.3K balance to 2.8K balance. I'll take my payout number 2, and I'll still be risking 100 to 200. And you're probably wondering why. Why didn't you hide the risk? And even so with me, when I do have a higher win rate and I can, see 80% of the month green, I still won't risk as much as I used to before, just because I have so many accounts now. I have over 30 accounts at any given time, including my Top Step accounts, 30 to 40 accounts. So me risking 100 to 200 on each account will be a lot more, times by 30, times by 40. And so most of my days I will see a 10K day or a 15K day or a 6, 7, 8K day. So with just a small amount of risk. And that is the goal of compounding. After payout number 2, I will repeat this entire process from payout number 1 to payout number 2 and slowly compound the accounts back to 2.3K to 2.8K. I'll take another payout and another payout and another payout. I will literally, this is my game plan. This is my sweet spot where I found where I don't have to push myself to make 3K or 4K balance. I can reach the 2.3K to 2.8K, especially if I'm on 1.5K after the payout split. It's not a lot of money to get to 2.3K. And then once I do get to 2.3K, I will take another payout, and that will be across 10 accounts, across 15 accounts, across 20 accounts. And that really does compound, as you've seen. I'm not taking these massive swings in the market to make my 40K in a month. I'm literally risking 100 to 200 on most of my trades and compounding the accounts to the balance that I like, and then dropping them down to the buffer that I'm okay with, because a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle this 1.2K buffer to 1.5K, because if the accounts go back to 0, then they're blown, right? But to me, this is at least 5-6 trades that I would have to go in negative right after each other, and that just doesn't happen. Well, that's a rare occasion. I shouldn't say that doesn't happen. But that's a very rare occasion that I tilt and I will blow the accounts. And this allows me to stack payouts to the point where if I was to blow the 5 accounts, I've spent $500 on the accounts and I've brought back 10K, 15K per firm in the month. So I'm able to then, if I did blow it, restart again and then go again. So yeah, that is the process, or a small part of the process that I use to trade these accounts. These no consistency accounts, by the way, as well. I will start off with extremely low risk on my Apex accounts, but I guess that's another video. If people do want to see how I manage my Apex accounts, 20 accounts, and get 40K a month just strictly off Apex. If anybody wants to see that video, let me know. So yeah, that is literally the recipe that I'll use on my no consistency firms to bring them up to payout, and then you see the results. February 26th, March 23rd, within a month, just off Lucid, just off Top Step. As you can see, the last one, funds have been sent March 25th, which is yesterday. And yeah, month after month, bringing in at least at the bare minimum from the firms 30 to 40K. This month has been a slower month. On the high end, you know, could see 80K, 90K, especially included with Apex as well. But this month I've literally been building my buffer on Apex and taking things extremely slow over there. And so we'll update you guys once I do have those Apex accounts at the next payout cycle. So yeah, if anybody does want to check out the private mentorship, I will be closing it very soon. Have a few more spaces that I would like to fill, and then after that it will be closed, and closed for good, just because I just don't have time anymore. So yeah, check out the Discord, check out TikTok, and yeah, thanks for watching.